I went to England in May. Did I go in May? I went in May. I went to England in May with Legacy Bible Church, and I went with a college group, and we went to go work with a ministry that's already over there that works to invest in the kids' lives down there, because the economy is really bad there, and there are a lot of like magnificent buildings built and created that were once full of life and full of the Spirit and people who were truly devoted to God. But then as time went on and England became a post-Christian nation, they kept their buildings because they're beautiful structurally, but they're just totally empty, and they're just places people come to be amazed by the building and the beauty, but it's really empty inside. And actually on the train to the Tees Valley in Northeast England, I had been listening to a song called Dry Bones by Ren Collective Experiment, and it's actually based out of Ezekiel 37, and it talks about, all that I am is dry bones without you, Lord, a desert soul. I'm broken and running toward you, God, you make me whole. And it just talks about like life, even as Christians, like life without Christ, when we neglect our spiritual like maintenance and aren't constantly allowing God to like reshape us and make us new and make us who He created us to be. When we neglect that and we don't allow Him to do that, we start like spiritually decaying. And at the end of the week, the director of the ministry, Mike, took us up to the top of this hill called Roseberry Topping, which is where you can see all of the Tees Valley. And it's incredible because we got to see all the cities that we visited and know that, oh, I went there until Mike started preaching. And so we were up at the top of the hill, and a really big hill. And Mike started preaching to us, and he opens up to Ezekiel 37, which is the Valley of Dry Bones. And he starts reading from the scripture, and as he's reading, it becomes so clear that the Tees Valley is the Valley of Dry Bones. And then everything in my head just started to piece together from the beginning to where I listened to Desert Soul, All That I Am Is Dry Bones, like by Ren Collective, and was thinking about that all throughout the week and what that meant to me. And then at the end of the week, when I found out that the entirety of Mike's vision for UK USA Ministries derives from Ezekiel 37, and that he sees the valley as the Valley of Dry Bones, it just really connected with me. And things started piecing together in my mind, and I started understanding a little bit more what God was telling me. And so as I thought about it and dwelled on it, I started realizing that what I felt for these kids that I met, what I felt for these people who had lost hope wasn't pity, though it was sad, but it was a sense of connection. Like I related to them, I understood them, I really got what they were feeling, because I was there, like I've been there. And when I started understanding this, I just had a real passion for these people. So throughout the week, people have been telling me to come back for a gap year and come back and serve with them. As I thought about all of this at home, I started realizing maybe God's calling me to this. Maybe the reason I feel this connection with these people is because I'm a perfect candidate to go and minister to them, to help these kids, to help show them that I too was there, and there's a better way. There's a different way you can live. There's a way that will give you joy, and I've committed myself to at least a year in England, living in the Tees Valley, working with the people that I met, and building relationships with those kids and those youth in the community to just do something better for the kingdom. Altogether, it's about $7,500 to live the entire year in England. Up front, I only have to provide $3,200, and I've raised about $4,000 so far through just working and through the people that have supported me up to this point. And so that's great because I'm totally ready for September, but throughout the year I still need the rest of the $3,000 to have just money for transportation and just normal life fun. And I'm selling t-shirts to raise my fund, and the theme on them, it says, "Oh dry bones, hear the word of the Lord," which is directly from scripture. And I'm selling tank tops and t-shirts, and they're both $20, and all funds go to me and will help me in this.